Hofstadt is an executive business coach and founder of Mentally Fit Institute. He holds a master's degree in law from the University of Antwerp and an MBA from Vlerick Management School in Belgium. Further qualifications include human resource management and strategic management. He is also a certified coach in neurocognitivism and a Belbin Team accredited trainer. He teaches at various international business schools, such as INSEAD in Paris, and regularly directs sessions for corporate and institutional clients around the world. As a facilitator and motivational speaker, Luc coaches and inspires on team dynamics in a diverse world. He is known for his expert advice to individuals and leaders on how to manage their own energy, as well as that of their team members and organization. Congress, please welcome Mr. Luc van der Hofstadt.
Hello. I need to apologize first. I'm going to speak English. Ik spreek een beetje Afrikaans. I'm originally from Belgium, so you know that in Belgium. What are the two languages in Belgium? What? Flemish, which is the same as Dutch, and French. So my mother tongue is French. I was raised in French, but I lived in the Flemish part. So I'm bilingual, and ik versta een beetje Afrikaans, but I was lost because I didn't have my headphones, so I didn't know what Nico said. But will you get a translation into Afrikaans? That would be fun, huh? If you get a translation. Will I hear myself in Afrikaans if I put that up?
No.
would be fun. So, I mean, they said a lot about me. Maybe I can just summarize. My job is to be a business coach. And as a business coach, I energize individuals, teams, and organizations. That's what I do. And we are performance coaches at Mentally Fit, so we energize for performance, and our unique value proposition is that we use sports metaphors. So my blood, my DNA is full of sports. Even at my old age, I still play sports. Luckily, the Congress was not 10 days ago because I got a hockey stick into my face, and I got 2 stitches and my eye was blue like that. So it was nice to talk to clients and to do keynotes like that. But it's just gone. So I do sports myself, but most important, I coach sports teams. So I'm going to use sports metaphors today, and during this small hour, you're going to be my corporate athletes. Is that okay for you? Okay? Just about the organization, I started the organization Mentally Fit 25 years ago in Belgium, and we grew over 25 years, and we're in about 20 countries now, and I was responsible for Mentally Fit South Africa, but it starts being sub-Saharan Africa because I start traveling. I mean, for the people of Standard Bank, I work in Mozambique, in DRC, in Angola for them, so we grow. We're still a small team. We're 12 people. My colleague Frank is here in the room somewhere. So if you meet Frank, he's from Mentally Fit also. I also have bad news. No slides. I won't use slides. We speak about agility, digital, all these things. So this is my pen. And if you can switch to my tablet. So I will create everything with you on the spot. I mean, a lot of guys use the slides. We prefer to use this. Imagine with sports people in the changing rooms. I worked with the Springbok Sevens. Imagine I put a PowerPoint. So we create everything on the spot. So the title of today is Fit to Play. So Fit to Play is my energy. That's my energy. And Fit to Lead is the team energy. What I see, so I will make a clean sheet of everything I put here, and I will send it to Nico and his colleagues, and I'm sure it's going to be available for all of you. So if what we see now, myself and my colleagues from all over the world, is 2 important topics for 2023, self-care, and here it's team care. So that's what my clients ask me to say, look, can you help with individual energy and team energy? So the first part is going to be selfish. How do I take care of my energy? The second part is going to be, how do I take care of the energy of my team? Okay, let's maybe start with looking, you're getting real experts with Mentimeter, aren't you? So there's another code of Mentimeter on the table, is that correct? Can you scan it? And now that you're the real experts of Mentimeter, let's just get in there and just give me a thumbs up when you're in. Ooh, quick! 144 people, 155. So the code is there, and the number also. Let's do a pulse, a scan. How is your energy? And you see, not me, but my colleagues put even some Afrikaans words. So that's the only thing you're going to have from me. So how's your energy? Now, connect with yourself and ask how your energy is. So 30, 40, energized, okay. Do I need to translate what ish? I suppose you know, huh? Otherwise you ask my colleague Frank. 9% are tired, 2% are drained, and 2% are in burnout. Okay? So imagine, so we have 200 people that voted. Imagine I take this team. This is my team, and we go to Paris in July, August 2024. You know what happens in Paris? The world, what's your name? Machil say the World Cup in Paris. Which World Cup, Machil? Netball or what is it? Olympic Games, Paris 2024. So I take my team to Paris Olympic Games 2024, and I have 13% that are ish, 10% that are tired, 3% drain, and 3%. Do we have a chance to win gold with that? Machil. So what are we going to do? Kick ass? Work on ourselves. So let's, before we start looking at our energy, let's look at agility. So we speak a lot about agility. A lot of presenters have spoken about agility, but what is agility? Any idea? What is agility? Anybody? Move quickly. So if we start maybe down here, that's rigidity. Rigidity is yes, but. Oh, coach, I see you work with a tablet and with a digital pen. That's for coaches, for sports coach. It's not for us. We need to stay with PowerPoint. So that's rigidity. It's the yes, but. Some people think they can get away with flexibility. Flexibility. So flexibility is, let's wait. Oh, coach, I see you use a tablet. But if Nico or if Peter uses it, we're going to use it also. And the agile people here, so the agility is let's try. So ask yourself, where are you? Rigidity, we cannot change. Flexibility, let's wait. Or agility. The world asks the agility, okay? The people that cannot accept, deal with change, the person from FNB talked about it, they will disappear. Huh? Darwin said survival of the fittest. What did he mean with the fittest? What did Darwin mean with the fittest? It's not being physically fit, but fit, in English, you speak better English than I do, is your suit fits you. So the one that fits you, okay? In sports, in companies, we say what got you here will not get you there. So you need to adapt as much as the world and as quickest as the world. But we need to be courageous for that. And I heard the speaker this morning saying, like, talking about, was it St. Luke? So it's me, St. Luke, that got transformed into a salt statue. So I often compare it when you drive your car. You have a big windscreen, that's your future. And then you have a small mirror, that's your past. So I encourage you, look into your small back mirror to learn from it. But the future is there. And often I say I'm more interested in the future than in the past, because it's in the future that I will spend the rest of my life, not in the past. Okay? So the past is only useful to learn from it. If you cannot learn from the past, don't bring it up. Okay? You know how we look at the past in sports? What do we do? For instance, we worked a lot. Some field hockey players here? Can I see some hands? We don't play field hockey in the Free State? You know what it is? It's with the stick, the one that I got in my face. Do you know who won the gold medal at the last Olympics? In field hockey, men's. Belgium. Okay, so Germany won the last World Cup, Belgium won the previous one. But so in field hockey, we constantly need to adapt also. So the team that we helped in Belgium were nowhere in 2007 before Beijing Olympics. In Beijing Olympics, they were in participation culture, just happy to be at the Olympics. There's 12 teams at the Olympics. It's like South African hockey now. They're happy to be selected. So that's participation culture. They were selected again for London Olympics in 2012. They were in between participation and performance culture. They ended 5th. In Rio was definitely performance culture. We want to be on the podium. They won silver. Tokyo was winning culture. If they wouldn't have won gold, they would have been disappointed. So they won gold, and now we're working on the legacy culture. They want to leave a legacy. So this team here, are we in before participation culture? You have silo culture. It's all about me. Do you know about soccer? Cristiano Ronaldo, you know Cristiano Ronaldo? I see some women smiling. Is it for his soccer skills, or when he lifts his t-shirt and you see his... So Cristiano Ronaldo, when he scores, what does he do? His famous jump, and he always lands to the camera with Cristiano Ronaldo CR7 to the cameras. So it's all about me. When Lionel Messi scores, what does he do? Lionel Messi. He kisses the badge before of Barcelona, now of Paris Saint-Germain. So the one is in silo culture, it's about me. The other one is in team culture, it's about the team. So where are we? Silo, participation, performance, winning, legacy. Can we speak as an organization? Grain SA. Are we just happy to be one of the associations? Is it all about us? Are we in winning performance? Do we want to leave a legacy? Mr. Chairman.
Most definitely.
And how will we do that? They will do that all by themselves, no?
No.
They need you, huh? It's an interesting setting, huh? Usually I talk to Standard Bank, or Net Bank, or whatever. I talk to those people. It's a company with the CEO and with their employees. But here it's a totally different setting. You guys fund the association, but you're only gonna do it together. Have you seen at the last, we talk about the Olympics, have you seen at the last Olympics that they changed the motto of the Olympics? It has been, the motto of the Olympics has been for years, Citius, Altius, Fortius. Since Tokyo Olympics, they added the together. COVID made us realize that we need to work together. It doesn't make sense if Europe, Asia, America has the vaccine and we in Africa, we don't have it. So the togetherness. So it's as a team here, as a team, as a producer, as a farmer, that you will win. Are we in a team sport or solo sport? Team sport. Are we ready to win together?
Yes.
What would gold look like? For my guys, it's simple. One goal. Gold in Paris in 2024. What's the goal of the association? Do we have one 2023, 2024, 2025 goal? Should I ask those guys or should I ask you? What is the goal? What is the ambition? How will we know in a year, 2 years, 3 years if we won? Do we have a tangible goal?
It's difficult, but it's more sustainable, successful farmers.
Say again?
More sustainable, successful farmers.
More sustainable, successful farmers. Sustainable, profitable sector. How are we going to measure that? How many? Oy, I'm not sure I'm going to come back next year. I ask difficult questions. But that's sports. In sports, we measure everything. We tend to say what we cannot measure has no importance. Okay? In sports, some of my players come to me and said, Coach, we nearly won. What's my answer?
You lost.
You lost. You win or you lose. Okay? We measure everything. I don't know if in your sports you can measure, but we need it. And we need this aspirational goal. Okay? Good? Questions so far? Are we awake?
Yep.
Okay, you know what? Let's do, stand up. Let's do some exercise. You can put the camera on me. Again, stand up. Everybody stand up. Let's do some physical exercise. Look at me, we first start stretching. We stretch to the left, we stretch to the right, to the left, turn the hips, okay? Let's stretch the neck, left, right. Okay, make some space. We're gonna do jumping jacks. Okay, let's start. Come on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3 more, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, now something very difficult. Richard, can you come with me? Something difficult. We're gonna clap 2 times in the hands to the left and then 2 times to the right. With me, ready? First to the left, clap 2 times, 2 times to the right. 2 times, 2 times, 2 times, 2 times. Last one, 2 times, 2 times. Last exercise, shadow boxing. Let's do some shadow boxing. Come on, shadow boxing. Move, move. Okay, punch, 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 punch. Let's sit down. How do we feel? How do we feel? Are we tired? Do you do that in your farms, in your production plants? Let's move. Okay? Let's get back to our energy. So if we look at our energy, we sometimes we recharge energy and sometimes we discharge energy. My tablet doesn't always work. It gets hot, I think. It's hot in here. And here, okay? So imagine this morning you wake up, the sky is blue, you have a nice breakfast with the family or here, so you recharge energy. Okay? Then you take your car, you hit some traffic jam, you have some conversations with your people, and so you discharge energy. So here you discharge energy. Okay? Then you get to this presentation, and you recharge energy. You have an energizing coffee. I can't get the green to work. Okay, anyway. So we move, that's how we move. From green to red, and from red to green. We call this the vital oscillation. It's like my heartbeat. It goes beep, beep, beep. It's good, huh? If it's flat, not good news. So we have some bankers here. Imagine this is a bank account. And imagine I always go to the ATM and I take money. And I never add money to my bank account. What's the bank going to do with my account? They will close it. Yeah. With this machine, it is the same. If I keep on taking energy in the red and never adding green, it's also going to close down. When this machine closes down, we call it burnout or depression. Okay? But we discussed with Nico and Peter said, look, after this conference, I want all my members only in the green. So blue skies, white beaches, nice water, no more stress, no more pressure. Would that be possible?
No.
Would that be good?
Yes.
Are you sure? Why do we need the red? Why do we need the red? To make us appreciate the green. We love the nice sunny sky because we, especially in Belgium, now they have snow for the moment, we have a lot of gray skies. We love the daylight because we know the night. But also, imagine I'll take another metaphor. I put myself in the red there, like this. Let's imagine this is 2 kilos. How long will I last like that? How long for the ones that go to the fitness? 2 minutes probably. And then I'm going to start shaking. And if I continue, my arm's going to go down. After an hour or two, what's going to happen with my muscle? It's going to break. Okay? Now, if I go back to my diagram there, and when I feel it's tense, I'm in the red. Can you put my screen again? When I feel it's tense, I'm in the red, and I go back to the green. When my muscles feels better, I go back into the red. How long will I last doing that, you think? Maybe the whole working day. If I oscillate, like the kids, they go to school every hour. They have a break, they break for lunch. So by going from red to the green, and from green to the red, I'm going to last much longer. And what's going to happen with my muscle if I do that?
Get stronger.
My muscle will grow. Okay? I see that when I do that, my muscle will grow. Now, Peter is my CEO, and Peter tells me, look, a new challenge here. Said Peter, no. No new challenge for me. I want to stay in my comfort zone. But Luc told me I need to oscillate. So I put my arm out without the 2 kilo, and when I feel it's a little tense, I do that. And when I'm okay, I do that again. What's going to happen with this arm, my specialist there? Sorry, I don't have your name. What's going to happen if I don't take that, I just do that? What do I do with my muscle? I will maintain. Means I stay where I am. Now, 13. I'm a very good tennis player. What is your name? Ernst. And Ernst is my tennis coach. And in 3 weeks from here, final of my life, And Ernst said, look, you're right-handed. He's a protective coach. He said, you need to keep all this energy in the arm. He goes to the aptake and buys a cast and put my arms in a cast. I'm like this, the day of the match, he gets me in 3 weeks, 2 minutes before the match to make sure that we keep all the energy. He cuts the cast. How's my arm, Ernst? Atrophy. Okay? So if we put this in here, so if I go into the red here, I need to compensate. Let's see if my green works. Yes, my green works. I need to compensate. If I go deeper into the red, so the tablet doesn't always work. If I go deeper into the red here, I need to go deeper into the green. My hockey players, usually they play 1 match a weekend. Sometimes due to World Cup, Olympics, they need to play 2 matches a weekend. After the match, we put their legs into an ice bath. They sit in an ice bath. So they recover more. And we see here that if you're in your discomfort equals growth and development. Okay? There is no growth without discomfort. So if you want to grow, get out of your comfort zone. It means change. If we take the second example here, I make small waves without the weight. So that means I stay in my comfort zone. Comfort equals maintenance. Maintenance equals status quo. And status quo equals suicide. Nokia, other companies, Kodak, they didn't move, they go there. And the last one here, protection equals atrophy. Okay? So stop protecting yourself. Stop protecting your kids. Stop protecting your partner. Stop protecting your colleagues. So if you want to grow, get out of your comfort zone, but make sure that you recuperate enough. So oscillate from green to red, from green to red. That's how you grow and you develop yourself. And maintenance, if you continue to do what got you here, will not get you there. You will be outdated. Okay? Questions about that? My players, I map them. I know exactly where they are. Some are too much in the red. They should go 2 times to physical training. Some go 5 to physical training. So some I need to add green. Other ones, I need to push them out of your comfort zone. So know for yourself where you are. Know for your colleagues who you work, where they are. You can map, with a lot of my clients, what I do, we do an annual curve of pressure. So we will look at January, February, the 12 months, and we will see when do we need to harvest, when are the high seasons. Okay? And then you can map it and you can prepare for that. Questions about that? Comfort kills effort. Okay? Let's look now how to recharge energy. So there are 7 universal ways to recharge energy. The 3 first ones are physiological. If you don't do them, you're going to die. Okay? And then we have 4, 5, 6, and 7. So what are the universal recharges of energy? What's number 1? That recharges mental, emotional, and physical. What is it?
Sleep.
It's sleep. What's the minimum sleep to recharge your batteries? It's an average, 6 hours.
6 hours.
Okay? Bad news, there's also a maximum. It's like my cell phone, my computer, I put it in the charger. When it's full, it's not going to add additional energy. What's the maximum? It's 9. 9 hours of sleep. So if you want to stay in bed longer than 9 hours, maybe you want to do things that I don't want to know about, know that you won't recharge energy. Why are you laughing? I was talking about reading a book or... What's number 2? Whoops. My whiteboard is gone. Here it's back. What's number 2? We call it nutrition.
Eat.
Okay? So sleep is 50%, nutrition is 25%. So one night of bad sleep, 50%. And if you eat bad, it's 75%. In nutrition, we put water also. How many liters of water per day? 2 liters. So drink a lot of water. My sports people that don't drink enough water, they start injuring themselves. Their articulation don't function. Know that you are, when you are thirsty, you are already dehydrated. 1% dehydration, 10% physical capacity is less. 2% dehydration, 20%. Okay? So drink. Not too much coffee or too much beer, only at night. Okay? What's number 3? What's number 3? It's physical activity. Okay? Physical activity doesn't mean sports. The latest data of the World Health Organization speaks about 30 minutes a day of intensive walking. 30 minutes is enough for what your body needs as recharge of energy. And it's cumulative. In the morning, 15 minutes, at night, you have enough. All the other things that you will do will be bonus. I mean, if you're busy on your farm, I suppose you walk a lot, but I work with a lot of people that work in banks or in offices. My colleagues from the Netherlands have a study that says sitting kills. Sitting kills more than smoking. So if you sit and you smoke, every 30 minutes you should stand up for 2 minutes. We already did it, so we're good. Okay? If you do sports, again, World Health Organization, 3 hours a week, preferably 3 times 1 hour. Anybody does more than 3 hours a week? Can I see the hands? Nobody. Frank, my colleague Frank, he plays hockey with me. Okay, what's number 4, 5, 6, and 7? What is it? How do we recharge energy? What do we do? At nights, weekends, what do we do to recharge energy? Drink? Relax, I heard. Relax is active and passive leisure. Okay? Active leisure, I work in the garden, I play with the kids. Passive leisure, I read a book, I listen to music, I go for a massage. What else? How do we recharge energy? Speak loud, I can't hear you.
Have fun. Have fun.
Fun, which we call it humor. Okay? Laugh, humor. So, kids of 3-4 year olds, they laugh about 200 to 300 times a day. Do you know average in the corporate world? How many times? There's a worldwide study. What do you think? It's 10 to 15 times. Do we laugh more? Hopefully we laugh more. If you look at the physiology, when you laugh, your diaphragm moves. And there's a gland here, I don't know how you say it in English, in Dutch it's the bijnieren, les glandes surrénales, that you stimulate, and it produces noradrenaline. So noradrenaline is natural. You have caffeine, nicotine, cocaine, they're not natural. So you produce noradrenaline, okay? So laugh the most you can. We're looking for 2. What are the 2? In English, please? Well, let's park it for the moment, but we'll check if it fits in there. Okay, so what else? Except from love, I don't know if you're talking about the sentiment or the act. But let's see. So what else? Huh? So social contacts. So we are social animals. So by being in contact with the other, we recharge energy. And the last one is mental satisfaction. So the mental satisfaction is when your colleague tells you, well done, when you learn everything that feeds the brain. Okay? So just getting back to, what's your name, the gentleman that was talking about love? What's your name? Forster. So Forster, let's see. So after the act of love, you sleep well. Some people are hungry. It depends, you call it physical activity or passive leisure. What do you call it? And maybe you laugh. You don't do it by yourself, so it's social contact. And Foster, if your wife says, well done, mental satisfaction. So, if it's filmed, please cut it off. Huh? I don't want this on film. So now, on a more serious note, so often they ask me, look, stress management, energy management, please reduce the red. But we don't have a lot of impact on the red, and we see that we need the red to grow. Who decides on the 7 energy recharges? Who decides on that?
You.
Me. For how much percent? 100%, except if you have small kids, number 1, they decide. But it's 100%. So instead of fighting against the red, put more energy in the recharges of energy. Good? Let's do a quick poll. Go back to Mentimeter and tell me what's your best recharges of energy. Sorry, the Forster, the one you mentioned is not on there. I'll add it for next time. What's your best? Okay, we sleep well, we laugh, social contact. Okay, so a lot of good sleepers, great, 50%. We don't eat very well. Physical activity, humor. And the good news, usually when I have a CFO in the room, I don't know if he's here, no cost, huh? We don't need money for that. So I encourage you, put more energy. If you do a lot of physical activity, it's easier to build on more than if you don't have a lot of social contacts. COVID was hard with social contacts there. Okay, let's look at the next one. What's your flop? Where do you struggle the most with your recharge of energy? Forster again, sorry. I know you struggle, but it's not in there. Okay, now I'll stop. Okay, so physical activity. Okay, so physical activity is the biggest flop. I'm a little surprised. I would say, do you guys don't have an active job? Are you sitting behind desks or?
No, we do.
In the bakkie? Okay. I live since 8 years in South Africa, so I don't yet have a Fortuner, but I think my next car will be a Fortuner, but not a bakkie. I don't really need a bakkie. I love the expression a bakkie. I think it's the only country in the world that speaks about bakkies. Okay? So again, physical exercise, please move. Walk the dog, go for a walk. One of my clients at Standard Bank Angola lost 14 kilos only by walking. He said, look, I was walking all the time. Sometimes I do one-to-one coachings and we just walk. The brain works differently when you walk. So please move, stand up, move, do everything that you can. Good, do we have questions about this? Any questions? Are we good?
Yep.
Okay, let's look at team energy. So you all lead teams, and so if we look at what does a leader do? I think before COVID, a leader was mainly focused on performance. Now, after COVID, I think leaders see that next to performance, they need to also focus on energy. Okay? So you are responsible as leaders for the performance of your company, but also for the energy. If we look at the energy, it's my energy, it's the individual energy of your team players, and the energy of the team. And leadership is here, in the middle. Leadership equals creating positive energy. Okay? All my colleagues, speakers spoke about it. Get the people involved, get the people energized. They will make the difference. What happened with, let's talk about the Springboks. How long did Rassi Erasmus had to prepare the World Cup? 18 months, I think. In 18 months, do you think he made them better players technically? Were they physically stronger? It was all here. Okay? Belgian kids are not born with better hockey genes. We're still a small country of 11 million people. But it's the culture, the mindsets that change. And who changes the mindsets of a company, of a team? Where does it start?
Leaders.
With the leaders. Okay? Grain SA's culture is built by those guys and by you. The culture of your farm, your production plant, is built by you. So energize the people, that is your role. And then next to that, in the performance, there are two things. There is on one side, oops, let me put it in full screen mode. On one side, you have here okay, on one side, you have, I often call about efficient imperfection, but this is really not working as it should be, but okay. On one side here of the performance, you have deliver today. So making sure that you harvest, that you plant, for a company, it's hit the KPIs. Next to that, you have prepare tomorrow. So in your day-to-day job as leaders, how much time do you spend in delivering today, making sure that you hit the KPIs that you set for yourself? And how much time do you spend in preparing the future? Anybody could give me an idea on that? I'm going to close and reopen. I'm getting advice. You've seen it works. So deliver today, prepare tomorrow. How much time? Anybody wants to do a guess? Or maybe we can ask Peter. Peter, as the CEO of Grain Association, how much time delivering today, making sure that the KPIs, and how much time preparing tomorrow?
30 for today, 70 tomorrow.
Okay. And Peter, what would be the ideal? If I had to coach Peter, what would I advise Peter? I would advise the 20-80 rule. Maybe you know it, 20-80. Where do I put 20?
Today.
Would that make sense, Peter, to spend more time in the future?
For sure.
And why? Because the world changes. I was doing a keynote. I met the guys from the production there. They said, we saw you somewhere for Cipla in Cape Town. And Paul Miller, the CEO of Cipla, the pharmaceutical company, saw this. And I said the same as for Peter. And Paul said 70 in the future and 30 in today. And he said, look, what's your opinion? I said, at your level, you need to be in pharma companies, you need to be 20% looking at now and 80% on the future. So most of the teams, people that I coach, they are too much focused. I mean, when there was the Champions League, 2 weeks before the Champions League, of course, they think about today or about the next Champions League. But when it's finished, we think about the next La Liga, the next cup, the next things. So do you also have the feeling you're too much in the today and not enough in the future? So make time, empty your backpack so you can think about the future, okay? And I want to end with giving you one leadership tool. So the one leadership tool, again, if we look at this, let me close it and reopen it. Okay, if we look at a timeline here, next time I promise I will not work with slides, but I will put a cooler on my computer. So if we look at the line here, and if we look at your leadership here, so leadership is here. And in leadership, you have two roles. So one role is to stretch the people, put the people out of their comfort zone, but you need to also care about the people. So you stretch for performance and you care for energy. And again, you need to oscillate. So you need to oscillate between the top and the bottom here. And you need to oscillate, you need to give things to people as leaders, and you need to give them the right to. So the first thing you need to give them is sense. And the sense is not only IQ, rational, it's also EQ. So it's the why. Why do we do what we do? That's what will motivate the people. Why do you wake up every morning to come and work at the farm, in the production? So link the people with the why. The second thing is focus. There are too many things out there. We need to focus. We call it the magic tree. Gold, silver, bronze. Top three. Three things you need to focus on for today, for this week, for the month, for the year. Then you need to give the people proximity. You need to be close to the people so you can give them support. But if you're too busy, you cannot take time to talk to them. So you need to be close to the people. And the last one here, you need to praise the people. So you need to give the people recognition, and you need to celebrate. Okay, sports people celebrate. They celebrate the goal, they celebrate the match. So these are the four things. You can stretch the people, but you need to give sense, focus, support, and praise. Stretch plus support needs to grow. Stretch without support leads to depression, burnout. Okay? On the other hand, you need to oscillate and you need to give the people a voice. Okay? Before, I don't know if it works for you, but there was one saying, management from the top floor. A lot of my clients, they have a high building and executives are on the 22nd floor. Management from the top floor. We move from management from the top floor to management from the shop floor. You need to give the people a voice. You guys that are on the field, they know what's happening. So listen to them. The companies that I work, the banks, I love to take the executive committee, said, Underneath here, there's a branch, let's go. And not only the CEO, this all together. We go and listen to our customers, and we go and listen to our people. So it's management from the shop floor. You need to give the people the right to decide. So give the people autonomy. Okay? If I don't give the people autonomy, nothing will change. Okay? Everybody should be the GM, the general manager of its perimeter. So that is my perimeter. I mean, when we have the Champions League, and Vinicius, when he's ready to shoot, he's not looking at, I think it was Ancelotti, coach, should I pass the ball to Benzema or should I score? He's the GM of his perimeter. His perimeter is the field. So when you have a clearly defined frame, give autonomy to the people. Okay? The next one is the right to fail. Okay? If you don't have the right to fail, there will be no experimenting, no curiosity. I mean, I know Elon Musk is controversial, but how many failures did he have? He said when he started with SpaceX, he said, I thought I had 1% of chance of success. He had money for 3 launches. Huh? Who can have this crazy idea saying I'm going to be competing with NASA? My brain cannot even think about that. Elon Musk got blood and like all of us. But he does. He's got big, sorry ladies, big cojones. And they have the right to fail. So my players have the duty to try and the right to fail. Just a little story, anecdotal story. We had a problem with our Belgian national hockey team with the strikers. Not like, I mean, the Belgian national soccer team have problems everywhere, but before it was mainly the defenders. Now I don't know how they will play, but we had a problem with the strikers. They weren't striking enough goals, and we had KPIs. What can be a KPI for a striker? What's a KPI for a striker, you think?
Goals.
Huh?
Score.
1, number of goals. We have 3. What would be number 2? Number of goals, passes, assists. Okay? And we were struggling with number 3. What can be number 3? For what Ronaldo hates to do. Defend. Okay? So we will measure the number of times that you defend. And one time we changed this. And we changed the KPIs in KDIs, key development indicator, and we said we will measure the number of attempts to dribble. So the number of times you will try to have your magic work and pass the defender. I mean, I want to be safe as a striker, I pass the ball backwards, maybe sideways. But when I want to have my magic work and pass, and we said not the numbers of successful attempts, just a number of attempts, and that's where it changed. They had the right to fail, and it's fun. For a striker, it's fun to try to dribble. So try to change KPIs, key performance indicators, in key development indicators. Where should you be? What should you try? So give the people the right to fail, and I will end with the last one here, which is the right to grow. And if we look at the right to grow, how do you grow? There's the 70, 20, 10. Anybody knows 70, 20, 10? 70% on the job. So that's why you need to be present, to give the people feedback. My players don't learn anything on the pitch. but they learn into the debriefing. So always stop, analyze, and give the people feedback on the spot. 20% is social interaction, so I learn from my colleagues, and only 10% is formal training. Okay? So give the people to grow, the right to grow, the right to learn, to develop themselves. I mean, some companies still participate in best employer. It shouldn't be best place to work. It should be best place to grow, best place to drive. Youngsters that start working with you, they want to learn. They want to grow. Okay? So ask yourself, how good are you with these 8 things? Stretch, sense, focus, support, and praise. How good am I giving a voice? Decide, fail, and grow. Shall we do a last Mentimeter on that? And then we'll close up, because I think my time is up. So go to Mentimeter, let's measure. How good are you at giving sense, focus, support, praise? Let's have a quick look into Mentimeter. Is it still on? So a number under 7 is worrying. I cannot win a gold medal if I don't have at least 7. So the priorities are good. We're good at giving sense. Praise is not great. Okay? And again, no cost in there. So we are priorities, the rest we should stretch a little. So just think about what can you do to give more praise, to give more sense, but you need time. And then the last one, how do we give a voice? How do we give the right to decide, to fail, and the right to grow? For the moment, it's pretty low. Can we fail in your domain? Or is it catastrophical if we fail? Nelson Mandela said, sometimes we win, sometimes we learn. Okay? You learn much more. The kids, when I coach them in sports, focus more on progress than on winning. You can play a lousy match against a lousy team and not learn anything, you can lose. So focus on progress, not on winning. Okay? Last thing I want to do with you. What is your major takeaway of this session? If you have a word, a sentence that you can put into there, and then the last thing we will do, we will look at ourselves and ask ourselves how we can energize ourselves better and energize our team. Love, I know who that comes from. Sorry, I said I would stop. Energize, energy, plan. I will put all this in the slides that I will send to Nico and his team. Okay, energy comes up a lot. And then maybe for the ones that are finished, you don't have to do it, but I would suggest that what can you do to energize yourself and your team? And as you know, Mentimeter is anonymous, but we'll make it public. If you would be okay, put your name on there. I don't know, I'm gonna work out more, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna give a voice to my team or whatever. So if you would be okay to put your name and an action to energize yourself and to energize your team. If you feel you don't want to put your name, don't put your name on there. More fitness, walk, so we don't put names, so you have decided. Lead by example, exercise, relax more, listen to Jappy Grobler. Sorry, I don't know who he is, but I'm sure I will. 2080, give a voice to my team, sleep, exercise, motivate, walk. Tabo, thank you for putting your name. Walk more, sleep. Beweeg vinnig en deur voorbeeld. That I understand. Move, positive energy, KPI review, laughing. Allow room to fail, exercise. Smoke weed, that we will keep that one. Is that from you, Foster? Drink net wrinkles, that I don't understand, but you understand. Energy from Shark, praise more, fitness, making jokes, that cost nothing. Humor, exercise, enjoy life, leading to the future. Walk and smoke, why not? At least you walk. Okay, so I will put all this in the slides that I will send. I'll show all of them since they make you laugh. Energize others. Okay, I want to end maybe on that. Your farmer's producer, what's the best moment to plant a tree? What is the best moment?
Now.
20 years ago.
Yeah.
What's the second best moment?
Now.
So today, I didn't give you any rocket science here today. It's all things you know. But there's 7 universal recharges of energy, and there's 7 things you need to give to your team. And that's how you win gold at the Olympics. So thank you for Nico and Peter for having me addressing this great crowd. Thanks for laughing. Thank you, Foster, for making us laugh even more. And just go implement and start slowly. Start slowly. If you look at the program, start to run. They said the first day, just walk 500 meters and try to measure. I mean, the guy that lost 14 kilos, he said, I was constantly on the scale. And when you see it works, you will continue. That's all I wish you. Good luck for the Olympics and keep the energy up. And thank you to my colleague Frank also that's there, because he was the one that met Richard here. Thank you.